All right, once again, welcome to Uplift Africa Studios, the number one channel that is always updating you with what you have to do to live comfortably here in UAE. Our main objective is making life easy for Africans in UAE and beyond. In today's video, we shall be looking at some of the petty mistakes that we do here in UAE that end up making us frustrated. Moving to a new country is one of the most exciting adventures life can offer us. The promise of new experience, opportunities, fresh start, and a lot of energies that fill our heart when we want to move from our country to foreign countries. But we must also admit that it is not easy to forget one crucial element, such as time to adjust, time to understand, and time to fully settle in. I've mentioned three things: time to adjust, time to understand, and time to fully settle in. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the need to take your time in UAE and the need to plan well. See, you must understand that in as much as other nationalities are making it in UAE, it is obvious that we can also make it here in UAE as Africans. After all, they're not superhumans, but what they are doing that we are not doing is what I intend to explore in this video. Generally, people come to UAE and want to be rich overnight. It doesn't work like that. Our brothers who goes to UK and other foreign countries spend years like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years to even get their documentation done. Then only they can become successful, right? But we come here and in like 1 year, we want to be rich. In 2 years, we want to be rich. It doesn't work like that, my brother. It doesn't work like that. It cannot be like that unless you're going to use some dubious means. Because of course, if life was that easy, making riches was that simple, you wouldn't have spent years way back in your home country and wouldn't have achieved anything, right? So if you believe in the fact that life is a gradual process and that you will need time to adjust to the new environment where you find yourself, you will need time to understand the processes and the procedures of the new place that you are, and you will need time to fully settle in, then this video is for you. See, like I said in my in the previous conversation, it is easy to make it here in UAE only if you have the time to wait and you put in the proper measures. Okay, now I'll take you through some few mistakes that I've identified with we the Africans that is actually making it very hard for us. We come here in like 2 months, get a job, and then we start taking the monies home without adding value to ourselves. Remember, whichever work that you are doing now, it's not the work you desire to do. Mostly, out of 10, only 2 people get chance to do what they desire to do. But if you don't get what you desire to do, why then do you intend to do the same thing without adding value? There are a lot of opportunities here that you can actually take to add value to yourself. Okay, so think of taking some courses like safety measure courses, like digital marketing courses, like IT courses, security courses, administrative courses, barrister schools, things that you know that can give you some handy skills that can add value in case you are even going back home. You know that you are going home with some values, with some new skills. Okay, so one thing we are refusing to do is that we are not adding value to ourselves. Mostly the Africans that migrate here are secondary school leavers. Chunk of us are secondary school leavers. So of course, you should know that there's no skill, there is no high qualification, right? So think of adding value to yourself. If you're a security man, think of upgrading yourself in the security job. If you're working in the kitchen as a barrister, think of adding value to that barrister job. And trust me, when you develop that value, okay, when you add that value to yourself, people will now hunt for you. Another mistake that I've realized with us is that he goes to this job, you know, hopping from job to job. Okay, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months maximum. Now, I see you man, the work is too difficult. mate say ye fe adwuma bi o baby nti you leave the job that you have at hand and then go to chase jobs that is 50-50 out there. Of course, you and I know that a bird in hand worth 2,000 birds on the tree. Why then do you leave a job that you are doing just to go and chase jobs that have been promised by a friend? So these are the basic mistakes that we do, and this particular mistake has taken most of people who have residency visas to overstay. Most of us, we have the visas, but then we've had some job. Okay, you with yes, me cry did do like a 20 so and okay, no at all. Then he goes to search for those jobs. Unfortunately, or cancel a human on any employer and giddy no cancel or cancel near the absconding atom. So if you're not babono, as I said, be messy up am no. The moment you absconding number 2 so pay ababono be messy up am no. So you will struggle through labor, go here and there, and then remove the abscond. Once you remove the abscond, you should be ready to change your visa, right? Because after cancellation, you will have maximum 25-26 days. So you are not able to change your visa. Then you eventually enter into overstay. Then you start saying that UAE is hard. Whichever job that you are doing, please, consistency in life is very necessary. Consistency is very, very necessary. You want to succeed, you must be consistent. So if it is barrister job, make sure the 2 years contract, whatever the reason is, go through the 2 years contract, gain some experience from there. You know, at the end of every contract, you are due for some amount of money, right? Take that amount of money, upgrade yourself, or by then you have come to know the system. Whichever way you want to find to survive here, you can do that. But the habit of jumping from job to job is ending most of us, you know, very miserable here. It's making us become stranded. So let's be consistent. Let's try to do. See, myself, I was struggling a lot in my former school. Okay, if I want to take you through the frustrations that I went through in that school, you will not believe it. But I told myself, whatever the case is, I'm going to be here to gather the experience I need to go out there. Today, here I am. You cannot come and be directing me and be ordering me around like I used to be ordered around. That is because I've taken the time to obtain the enough experience that I need. And you can do same. Whichever work that you are doing, don't be in a haste. Make sure that you finish your contract peacefully, gain the experience. If your company is not renewing for you, at least you have spent 2 years here. You know how to apply for jobs, right? You know what to do at what time. So things become so easy for you. That's another mistake that I've identified. Please, let's be consistent. Let's try to stay with one job. Okay, our ability to stay with one job is going to give us the necessary time to. And then another thing too is that let us not be in haste to be rich. See, if we look at the other nationalities that are making it here, they spend 25-30 years here. So if he's moving his legs, you know where he's putting it to. But then we come here and then less than 2 years, 3 years, we want to be rich. It doesn't work like that. If richness is in 1 year, then all of us will be billionaires by now. It doesn't work like that. Please, my brothers and sisters, let's take our time to study the system. It is possible to make it here in UAE. Don't gather money and give it to some agent, excuse my language, some useless agent somewhere in the name of taking you to another country when that particular agent is in this country. That's the funny part of it. The agent that is promising to take you to UK, the agent himself is still in this country. You gather monies and then you give it to this agent to take you outside. He embezzled the money, and then that becomes the end of the story. Perhaps we could use the same money to upgrade ourselves and get a better job and then live peacefully. People have been here for 10 years. They did not die. They've made it. I know some Africans who are here, who are professors and doctors, who are very quiet. You cannot see them, but they are working, they are making it. But we, the youngsters, when we get here, the mindset alone, I'm going to Dubai. 2 years ago, Europe. Who told you say Europe that easy? It's not that easy. And the 2 years, no, what is the possibility say ubet me enya Europe no direct accord within the 2 years? Until Uber hustle sa no when you kakra. Then you gather this money and go and give it to an agent. say me call Europe, then the agent end up chopping your money for free. If you know are stranded or go up and down, then you have already seen and been through the processes, the procedures, and the experience here in UAE. When you're 2 years experience, you now want to throw away this 2 years experience and then go to Europe country and go and start afresh hustling there. Who told you it's that easy out there? Simply gather more experience here, add value to yourself. You can do a lot of things to add value to yourself. Like I've said, take short courses. Okay, take short courses. Make sure you get your driver's license. 1 or 2 things that are easy that you can actually touch on those things. And if we're able to do this, trust me, baby Ania, we can make it here. Let's make up our mind that we are going to UAE to make money, and for that matter, we will need time. It will not happen overnight. You know, you can 1 year. You have the opportunity to even be going home 1 year, 2 years. It hasn't worked like that for them. 5, 6, 10 years can on buy fee. Until then, I would offer the 1 year pay. This is just a short advice that I'm taking through this evening. Catch you in the next video. My name still remains Mr. Smith, and the channel is still Uplift Africa channel. This is a smooth conversation. Bye bye.